Yeah, peace and blessings. I just wanted to say, this morning, do not be discouraged, by Satan's demonic, spiritual attacks, demonic agendas. They're all weak, mentally, they're low IQ. They stand no chance against you with the gift of discernment and with God, behind your back, with angels watching you. They just seek to, demulate, because everybody has the main character syndrome, but, if Satan already got you, that means you're not important already by default. But they seek to, be the main character. They see you as a threat. They envy you. Adult males live a Baphomet lifestyle. Which means they're, Meek Mill, Liberace, Elton John, Superman, Clark Kent, all in one. And they seek to discredit you because behind closed doors they really don't have sex with you. And you're heterosexual. You love God. You follow the biblical order. You love women. A lot of various things. You're smart. Different. You're actually alpha. A lot of things. So do not be discouraged. Satan's demonic agendas, wars, tactics, agents, all very weak. It doesn't mean nothing. It's all BS. When you get to the middle ground of your spiritual journey, you'll see through it. It'll be funny. It gets annoying sometimes. Especially me as an introvert, speaking for myself. Because I don't really like people's attention. I'd rather not be around people. People are very annoying. People are very low intelligence. People come with a lot of BS. It's just annoying. Rather be by myself. Or just with my wife who loves Yahweh. And a few children maybe. In the future. And it is what it is. I don't think Yahweh will bless me. I don't think Yahweh needs to bless me. A lot of people of spiritual mindset as me, because I don't really need it. Not saying I wouldn't want to be around them, but I don't really need it. Yahweh blesses you with things you need. He knows what you need. Yahweh knows me. He knows my heart. He knows my mind, my soul. He knows I don't need people. People are a luxury. To me. To say, not to be harsh, but it's the truth. People are really a luxury to me. They're not necessary in my life, because I'm very introverted. So, not falter, from Satan's demonic, agendas. It's all smoke and mirrors, like everybody's life out here. There are narcissistic, reprobate minds. They live a smoke and mirrors lifestyle, and they seek to do nothing but, keep the smoke and mirrors going, till the devil shoves his red, shiny, devilish boot up the behind, and you have to leave people like that behind. And peace and blessings. Yeah, and I just want to add, even Satan understands that, once you, connect with God, Yahweh, his demonic agendas are, nullified, they're no more, they're no longer, but he did, he'll seek, to do nothing but, just keep, attacking you, even though, you're most likely, me personally, I'm like 50 levels above, any spiritual attack, people do on me, because, they all make no sense. They're all simply because I'm heterosexual, men very, Baphomet lifestyle, bisexual, even closeted homosexual, they're narcissistic. When you're narcissistic, it means, you have sex with anything, anybody, which, leads to a bisexual, homosexual, Baphomet lifestyle, and there's no way derogatory statement is just a blatant fact. You can Google this. Narcissistic people, reprobate minds, they are, lovers of both genders. I am not. So it is what it is. People will discredit you, simply because of the fact that it's very embarrassing to them. So you are, the walking, spitting, living epitome, of their insecurities. Narcissistic people, seek to do nothing but, show, that they're, uninsecure, but, on the inside they're burning, blazing, walking, fleshly, bags of insecurity. It is what it is. You have to, also, study psychology. I've studied psychology at a very young age, so I'm, kind of equipped, with a lot of, extra, gifts, added to, my spiritual gifts. I understand psychology. I understand people are just insecure. People are scared. They're insecure. They're just, mentally undeveloped. It is what it is. Age is nothing but a number. People who are 40 years old, acting like they're 10. Especially if you have demonic strongholds and demonic, full demon possession, you're definitely foolish. People went from, going to church, rejecting Satan, to openly, trying to, please him, and they understand, since you're a kid, anybody, born on earth understands that, Satan, isn't, he's the controller of hell, damnation, so you're 40, you don't understand something that you understood, at 2, and you most likely, have a low IQ. It's just a blatant fact. People seek to do nothing but run from the truth. They run from the truth of themselves. They run from the truth of their lives. people are very weak, mentally, and that's very sad. And you have to realize, that once you do the spiritual groundwork, you put in the work spiritually through Yahweh. Satan becomes his demonic agendas become very, stupid. Very foolish. None of the demonic agendas that Satan throws at me, even make any sense. I think I'm at the spiritual ground point where Yahweh has made my enemies at thy footstool. Because I've sat at the right hand of God Yahweh. And the devil. I resisted the devil and he's fleeing. It is what it is. People won't accept it. Until I build until Yahweh the architect has built my full castle from the foolish stones they threw at me. It is what it is. It goes in correlation with setting yourself apart. You cannot be in a crowd of people who seek to be so fake to get a red devilish shiny Lucifer boot shoved up their behind at the end of the yellow brick devilish road. It's very foolish. It doesn't make any sense. You have to set yourself apart. You have to realize that Satan has no tactic but to try to smoke and mirrors you. But once you do the groundwork like I did, it becomes foolish. It's like, oh, this is the devil, this is the devil, this is everything is just foolish. It's very demonic. Times we live in, you're wrestling with people's spirits and the spirits they're under. It becomes foolish. But people will not be able to see that because they have no choice but to be demonic puppets. So the spiritual attacks most likely will come prevalent. Until the devil and Yahweh decides, you have to go through your Job period, like what it's called, what I spoke about in an earlier video, the wilderness stage. Once you go through the wilderness stage, it's very parallel to Job's life. You have to go through things, to build yourself up spiritually. Isolation is part of it. In wilderness mode, is the next stage, until you reach, your blessings. But it's the beginning of your spiritual journey. It's not the end, it's the beginning, and people see that. The devil knows and he can tell spiritually when you're about to, be blessed, and that's when he attacks you, the heaviest. So if you're being spiritually attacked very heavily, 100% you're about to get blessed. 100% you're on the right path. 100% you're doing everything you need to do spiritually, and the devil sees it, and is angry, because you have the power to bring people, close to heaven, and he seeks to do nothing but, give people the keys to their own damnation, through distraction. And peace and blessings.